Okay, well, let's check this thing out. So this spoiler's from Anvil Auto. The guy over there, Matt, could not tell me whether this would fit the ZL1. Supposedly it fits the 2014 SS. He told me if he sends it to me and it doesn't fit, that he will pay for the freight for it to go back. So it is their high gloss notch spoiler in carbon fiber. The reason I got this was to match the carbon fiber on the hood. Well, you can definitely tell it's real carbon fiber. It's very light, very, very lightweight. It's good quality. It has 6 mounting bolts, just like the OEM. Hopefully they're in the same spot as the OEM. I've seen some, especially lower quality spoilers, don't even have mounting bolts. They attach with double-sided tape. I've often wrote those companies and said, do you guarantee it to stay on the car at 175 miles an hour? And they all say no. So this one will stay on no matter how fast the car goes. Today we're going to be putting on the carbon fiber spoiler, and to do so we have to get to the 6 studs, which require taking these 4 plugs out, and the other 2 are going to be in here under this cover. Let's go. Alright, well, it's best whenever you're working around paint not to use metal. I'm just going to use this plastic spudger. Oh, that was easy. Yeah, look, man, let's just pop right off. I'll just put them there in the trunk for now. Wow, those things come off so easy. Now, my experience with these is not so good. I have a different tool for that. So they do have plastic versions of this, and I would probably use that if I had it, but I don't have it, so this will work. I'm just going to avoid the painted areas. And they're not too hard to get out. Just tuck it under there and pull it out. You don't have to take the whole cover off if you don't want. Oh, that thing's cracked on both sides. Yeah. It's cracked right there on this side too. I wonder why that is. I never noticed that before. So right up in these 2 holes are the other bolts, or nuts I should say. They look like 10 millimeter. Let me go grab a tool. Alright, so we got a 10 millimeter socket and ratchet. Just going to loosen them all. And then I'm going to show you a trick. Those are not on very tight. Jeez, almost like nothing to turn them. Obviously you want to make sure that you have a socket that's on your ratchet good. It's not going to fall inside. That one was pretty loose. What I'm going to do, just going to use this as a handle. I'm going to lower the lid. That one is tight. So that when I go to pull the nut off, it stays inside the socket. and doesn't fall inside the trunk lid. There's the first one, and it's a captive washer, which is nice. So as you turn it loose, you'll hear it click, click, click. That means it's off the threads. Once it's off the threads, you can very gently lower it through. Don't bump the hole on the way out, otherwise it'll come out of the socket. So same with these ones. I'm gonna leave the corner ones and do those last. Very carefully pull those out. Man, it's kind of scary. Kind of like the game of Operation. Maybe you had to use tweezers and grab those little bones and hearts and whatever else that was inside those holes, otherwise it would buzz at you. So the wing should stay put because the studs are going through the trunk lid. Click, click, click. Okay, it's free of it, and there we go. Okay, I got them all out. It's going to be just as hair-raising to put it back in. So let's lower this down and see what it looks like when we take it off. Horrible. Looks horrible underneath. This looks like it's in great shape. Goodness, the paint is just all messed up. Well, all that is paint that has been damaged from the spoiler bouncing around as it goes down the road. There's your mounting holes. That is not a mounting hole, and that is a guide pin hole on the other, on the stock one. I'll show you that in a minute. Look at that. Even got some hay under there. Jeez, come on, GM. So that's where the other hole is. So you have the hole for the stud, and then you have that hole for the guide pin. This is in really good shape. I don't know why there's Okay, so I took off the nuts and washers. Okay, so what I can tell you I see right now is the line. Well, here, let me show you. You see this line here? That was where the old one used to be. And that's, looks like it's wax. Doesn't look damaged. There's some water spotting there. Doesn't look damaged at all. So that can be that can be rubbed out. The big question, how does this look? I can barely see some of that gray right there. That's not bad. You can see it inside there if you look. Pretty hard to see. I do have some touch-up paint in this color. I might go ahead and touch that up just so it's not noticeable to me. But it looks like this thing's gonna fit real nice. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So, fortunately, this area just needs cleaned up. I'm just gonna clean the deck lid. Clean it off really well. And then touch up the gray just with my touch-up. I'm not going to send the whole deck out for repaint. I don't even want to risk that for the amount of little bit of gray I can see when I look through that little gap. It's not worth risking a color mismatch, or, you know, this paint has been color corrected before, so it's all the same look. I don't want to risk it. So I'm just going to clean it up, and then we'll install the wing. It's just some detailing spray. Something that has a little bit of lubrosity to it. It won't scratch anything. I got these microfibers here. This is from the Rad company. They make a really good, very good microfiber. I think this is their 500. It's seamless, very soft. Well, seeing as I have so much to do, I'm just gonna use my Mac Shine. I'm gonna try it in an area that's inconspicuous to see how I do. Then I'll move on to the other areas. I got a Lake City pad. It's orange, it's a cutting pad. 5-inch. I'm gonna use some Meguiar's 2X that I used on my wheels before. Fine scratch and blemish remover. See if this doesn't just sling this all over the place, make a nice mess, right? I can see that. Looks better, but I can still see it. I can definitely still see it. Got a little excited and forgot to start the camera. So what I did was the holes. I went around each hole with 100% clear silicone. Doesn't matter whether it's in a caulking gun or the RTV, as long as it's 100% silicone, it'll stay nice and pliable. And I only made it about 1/8 of an inch tall and about 1/8 of an inch away from the hole all the way around, and connected it on every single hole, all 6 bolt holes and the 1 hole that was used for alignment. And then I mounted the nuts. I started in the middle. I mounted these 2 first, and then these. So I tightened these ones until I felt them touch. Then I brought these ones down till they touch, and these ones down till they touch. And these ones, I couldn't feel them touch as much as these. These ones bottomed out, and so did these. So I'm kind of wondering what was up there. I might regret this, putting this on early, but I'm at least going to do it that far. So right here it's touching the body. So they give these little felt pads that I showed you before that will help to protect the surface from chips. Now, if you know anything about stuff rubbing on shiny surfaces, you'll know that even a car cover in the wind can scratch paint, especially this paint. So these are some of the felt pads that they give you. The only thing I wish this company would have done, I wish it would have done a better job on finishing this underside. Even if it was just gloss black, it's just unfinished. It kind of looks like crap. Okay, so I just ended up putting a few of the extra pads. These were actually meant to go around the studs under this, but because I used the silicone's going to act as a barrier. So I'm not too worried about the paint under this. The OEM spoiler destroyed it, so right around the studs isn't going to make a difference. Not on this car anyway. Well, here's what I used to seal around the holes. Permanently waterproof, 100% silicone. I think I got this at Lowe's or Home Depot, one of those. Anyway, it'll stay soft and pliable. It won't get hard and crack, so it'll be good under there. I really wanted this to keep water from going down those holes. Those little grommets they give you with the wing or the spoiler won't do it. You can see how tight that is. But there is a pad under there.